Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review. I tried filming this, but it was way too rambly and way too disjointed, even for my reviews. So I'm going to try and speak a little more clearly and quickly, because it was like 40 minutes I talked for last time, and this movie doesn't deserve a 40-50 minute review. So I'm redoing it. Of course, I'm talking about Fall, the recently released movie about two girls who get stuck on a cell phone tower, radio tower, I forget which, and I couldn't care less. Let's start with the elephant in the room with this movie. Why did they decide to climb this tower? They decide to do it for shits and giggles, basically. So naturally, a lot of people's response to this movie is to just say, I simply wouldn't do that. And yeah, they're pretty much right. When you have your characters do something monumentally stupid and reckless, it doesn't help you sympathize with these people. They literally walk past a sign that says, no trespassing, danger of death, or something like that. They walk past it, these characters. So, great characters you got there. And when they start climbing the ladder on this tower, the ladder is comically rickety. I almost laughed out loud in the theater when it's like, okay, we're starting to climb, and there's this magical moment where she grabs the rung of the ladder, and it's like as if they needed more omens to ignore. I think what gets me so much about it is that in my mind it could be easily fixed, because you realize, like, people get paid to climb these things, right? Like, they have to change a bulb or repair it or something. And people climb really tall towers like this for work, because just having them do it for the thrill of it immediately puts the audience in a place where they're not in step with the character. They don't feel what the character's feeling, because most people would not climb a giant radio tower for the fun of it. And I don't that's just a small step. And I think we have two motivations. We have the fake motivation that I have just come up with, and the movie's motivation. Doing it for fun and for the thrill is a bit of a stretch to try and put yourself in the character's shoes. I'm doing this for my job. I don't really want to do this, but it pays well. Is a bit more acceptable, especially if it's their job. They've clearly climbed it before and nothing's happened, so maybe they would be a bit more comfortable with it. Makes sense. And I guess they try and do that with the girls because they've like thrill climbed other stuff before. Although the first scene in the movie, one girl's boyfriend fucking dies because they're climbing something really tall. So it's like the movie is just setting you up to. It's like it's trying to establish that climbing really tall things is dangerous and a bad idea. It is a terrible setup. Immediately when you have a premise like this, the main thing you want is to connect with the characters, and that's this movie's biggest flaw, is that I really don't connect with these characters. They gave an A for effort. They really tried to make me care, but I didn't really care. One of the friends is a YouTuber, and she like vlogs, and she almost gets hit by a car while she's vlogging, which is supposed to be a setup for later, but it just came across as like, oh, so this character's reckless and kind of a piece of shit for vlogging while she's driving, nearly getting her friend killed. They make it up to the tower, the ladder falls off, it breaks, and now they're stuck on a radio tower. They come up with a stupid plan to put their phone in a shoe and send. Okay, they come up with a plan. Their cell phones aren't working because they're so high up. They have no signal. So their plan is to drop a shoe with the phone in it while sending a message to someone, and hope that the phone gets signal somewhere on the way down and sends the message before the phone hits the ground. It is an extremely convoluted plan and not the kind of plan I feel like they would come up with, but whatever, it doesn't work. So then they try and get their backpack, which is fallen down on like a satellite dish that's a bit below from where they're at. And the one girl, the YouTuber friend, who I will now only refer to as the YouTuber, she falls down, she gets the bag, and then her friend is pulling her up. And then she loses her grip for a second. The friend falls. But it's okay, she survived. So then they come up with a plan. They have a drone in the bag. They brought a drone with them to get like vlogging shots or whatever. So their plan now is to attach a note to the drone and fly it down to civilization. So hopefully someone will read the note, read that they're up there, and call 911. Which is a pretty sound plan if you ask me. But the script decided it's too early for them to actually get off the tower. She sends the drone off with a note, and the plan is working until the script decides to spawn a truck that just hits the drone, and oh no, the plan failed. And honestly, this is where the movie lost me. The script couldn't think of any reason why this plan would fail, so they just decided to spawn a truck. Like, literally everything in movies is this to an extent. It's you know, the author spawning something or deciding something happens, but it's just so transparent here. There's also a moment earlier in the movie where something like this happens. They shoot a flare gun, get the attention of two random guys, but instead of just calling 911 or helping them, they decide to steal the girl's truck that is right below the tower. Yeah, I'm sure those random guys are just mustache-twirling villains who are like, you know what? These two people are completely helpless. Let's leave them to die and take their stuff. Yeah, I think most people would do that and not just help them because it costs nothing. You know, I think most people do bad things because they have some reason to do them, not for shits and giggles. And I think if most people were made aware of two women stuck at the top of a radio tower, I don't think most people would just say, fuck them, let them die. But okay, whatever, to keep your script moving along. That one's kind of acceptable because it happens like 30 minutes into the movie. If that doesn't happen, movie doesn't happen. But the drone one, the drone being hit by a random truck really bothers me because the movie could have ended right there. Like, if she just used the drone, someone saw the note and was like, oh shit, I gotta call the cops, I'd have been like, okay, that was a satisfying ending. Because, I mean, they built up to the drone for a long time, and, you know, it makes sense. Like, I would have been completely fine if the movie had ended here. But no, the movie has to keep going for another 20 minutes because it's the second act low point. The character's gotta lose all hope before she finds it. It can't just be a logical conclusion. Let's spawn a truck to hit him. And it's supposed to be a payoff to earlier. You remember when she was vlogging and she almost gets hit by a truck? They say, like, oh man, people drive fast in this place. The problem is, when I saw her almost die and get hit by a truck, I didn't think, wow, people drive fast in this place. I thought, wow, what a reckless person. Why would you vlog while driving? So the intended setup failed completely because it didn't get into my mind what the writer was trying to get into my mind. I guess the drone plan wouldn't have worked because in this world, someone would have just been like, read the note, we are stuck at a radio tower. Fuck them, whatever. It's then revealed that the YouTuber friend actually did die when she fell, when the girl lost her grip and she fell. She was just imagining that her YouTuber friend was still alive, which is a ridiculous twist that is completely unnecessary. The only reason it's there is because the script didn't want to have one character alone, because then you can't have conversations. But now they're almost about to get off the tower, and now it's the second act low point, so her friend was dead, and now she can be alone. So then they revisit the first plan. She takes the body of her YouTuber friend, stuffs a phone in it, sends a message, and for some reason this time it works. And then she's free. There's some character stuff in there that's fine, it's passable, but it's really forgettable. And I feel like I like movies like this. Stuck in one location, trying to escape a place, trying to survive. I really like them, even though most of the time they're trash. And so much of it is contrived to make the movie happen, which is fine. That's what all scripts are, is contrivances to make a movie happen. But so many scripts are written to hide that fact. You don't want to see the seams and see like, oh, writer just did that so the movie could happen. Got it. You want to just be enjoying the movie and not thinking about something like, why did this happen? Oh, it must just be the writer wanting the movie to exist and continue. And the characters, they're boilerplate. The main girl's character is that her boyfriend died. That's really her character. I didn't really get any traits from her. And the other girl's a YouTuber, and all her characterization just made her kind of unlikable. Ultimately, it wasn't a terrible movie. I know it seemed like I may have hated it. It wasn't. It was enjoyable in the theater. It just gets bad once you start thinking about it, which is pretty bad for a movie. I like movies where if you think about them, they at least stay the same quality. Hopefully they get better, but I don't like movies where they get worse the more you think about them. But the experience of watching it was fine. I liked a lot of the vertigo, the shots where it shoots straight downward and you get a feel for like just how high they're up. That was done well. Overall, it's a forgettable movie. I won't remember I saw it. And that's the worst thing a movie can be in a way, is forgettable. So maybe that's why I hate the movie so much. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.